did not punch you. I did not deck you.
That is Amber yelling at Johnny, the verbal altercation after a physical one.
I'm sorry that I didn't hit you across the face in a proper slap, but I was hitting you. It was not punching you.
With the playing of an audio recording that brought the battling exes to tears.
Don't. Please don't do that. Put the knife down.
Amber claims Depp was threatening to harm himself with this knife.
The argument exploded in the kitchen of Johnny's West Hollywood, California home. Johnny pouring himself a giant glass of red wine in the middle of a verbal battle that Amber was not so secretly recording.
Crazy. Have you drunk this whole thing this morning?
Oh, you got this going? You got this going?
I just started it.
Oh, really?
Objection calls for hearsay.
Nani?
Let me ask you a different question, Mr. Depp.
Yes. Let's let him object to another one. Had a conversation with Ms. Heard.
Hearsay.
Johnny Depp has had enough of Amber Heard's lawyer coming up with fake stories and trying to twist his words. Did you see how Depp absolutely destroyed Heard's lawyer with sarcastic remarks and nothing but the truth? Stay tuned till the end because you're in for a ride. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more daily updates on the disastrous court case. It looks like Johnny Depp will now never be the victim of abuse again, not even from Amber's lawyers. When the lawyers tried to shame Johnny Depp for things he didn't even do, he came clean when he was on trial. It was Johnny Depp's second day on the stand in his defamation case against Amber Heard. He talked about how angry he and his ex-wife were during their marriage. The star of Pirates of the Caribbean is suing Heard for $50 million because of a piece she wrote in the Washington Post in 2018 about being a domestic abuse survivor. His lawyers say that even though Heard didn't say Depp's name, the piece made clear reference to him, which hurt his career. They met on the set of The Rum Diary in 2009. They got married in 2015, and Heard filed for divorce from Depp in 2016, claiming the actor physically and verbally abused her during violent and volatile episodes when he was high on drugs and alcohol. Heard also filed for a domestic violence restraining order against Depp. Depp has said that he doesn't believe any of them. In the court, Depp said that Heard has a need for violence. Depp said on Wednesday that his ex-wife has a need for conflict. She has a need for violence. It erupts out of nowhere. The only thing I learned to do is exactly what I did as a child, retreat. He said that he and Heard would argue often, and he would sometimes record their arguments. Heard would demean him and call him a terrible father, Depp said, and their conflicts would escalate. It could begin with a slap. It could begin with a shove. It could begin with throwing a TV remote at my head. It could begin with throwing a glass of wine at my face. All in all, it was constant. Depp said that he never used violence when he was angry. There's no need for violence, he said. Violence is unnecessary. Why would you hit someone to make them agree with you? I don't think it works. He said he stayed in the marriage because his father stayed with his mother, adding, "I didn't want to fail. I wanted to try and make it work. I thought maybe I could help her. I thought maybe I could bring her around because the Amber Heard that I knew for the first year and a half was not this opponent. It wasn't my girl." Johnny Depp was also a victim of tons of physical and sexual abuse allegations, which he cleared away instantly. Depp says he lost a fingertip because of a prenup agreement. What's more, did you know that all of this happened because of Amber? It was actually Amber who cut his finger, and not himself. Depp said that I poured myself 2 or 3 shots of vodka, my first taste of alcohol I had in a long time. She came down to the bar and found me there and started screaming, "Oh, you're drinking again. You're a monster." Heard hurled the vodka bottle at him. It went past by my head, Depp said, adding that he grabbed a larger bottle to pour another shot. She threw the big bottle and it hit Depp's hand and smashed all over the place. I didn't feel the pain at first. I felt heat and something that was dripping down my hand, but not the pain. I looked down and saw that the tip of my finger had been cut off. I was looking at my bone and the meaty part of the inside of your finger. If I had a nervous breakdown, I don't know what it would feel like. That was the closest I've ever felt to one. My mind and heart told me this wasn't real. This should not happen to anyone. He was so sad about the whole deal that he even tried to hide it from the media back then. When he was with a couple of kids in an interview as Jack Sparrow, the kids inquired where his injury came from, and he said it was eaten. Amber Heard's lawyers also tried to ask Johnny why he never left if Amber was so mean to him. Depp had to reply to that low blow by Amber's lawyers as well. Depp says that after fights, Heard would threaten to kill herself. Depp said that Heard threatened to kill herself many times after their fights, in order to keep him from leaving. Miss Heard had talked about suicide a few times, and that's also a factor, he said. That's always something you think about and are afraid of. At the elevator with the security guards, when I tried to leave, she would cry, shout, and do other crazy things to stop me. I can't live without you. I love you so much. I'm going to be dead, but you have to leave. Amber's lawyers tried to paint a horrible picture of Johnny, but he was not going to take it anymore. In April 2016, Depp said he found human fecal matter on his side of the bed after an argument with Heard. His security guard, Sean Bett, sent him a grotesque picture of the feces. Depp said he wanted to end the marriage and get his things back from their shared home while Heard was at Coachella, but Bett told him it wasn't the best time. I was shown a picture of what the problem was, Depp said. I had gone to Mr. Bett and said, she's at Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downstairs so I can get some of my things and get them out of here, especially things that were precious to me. And he said, I don't think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. Then he showed me a photograph on his telephone. It was a photograph of our bed, and on my side of the bed was human fecal matter. It was so bizarre and so grotesque that I could only laugh.
To Mr. Bett and said, she's at Coachella. I think it's a good time to go downtown so that I can get some of my things, you know. And he said, I don't think now's a good time to go. And I thought, it's the perfect time. She's not going to be home for 2 days. And then he showed me a photograph on his telephone. It was a photograph of the bed, our bed, and on my side of the bed. It was so bizarre and so grotesque. I mean, I laughed.
In Depp's words, Heard tried to blame the dogs. They're teacup Yorkies. They weigh about 4 pounds each. The photograph that I saw, I lived with those dogs for many years. It was not the dogs. I didn't feel like I deserved that kind of treatment. That is so gross. Johnny Depp was also painted in a very bad light by Amber's lawyers. According to them, Depp lost his roles in movies not because of Amber or her opinions in the piece she wrote, but instead because of his own drinking and drug abuse. Johnny shut down those lawyers about that as well. It was clear that it was about our relationship and me, he said. In this part of the piece, she talks about how women, not just in Hollywood, but also in general. As for this part, there were many things I didn't agree with. Any person who wants to right the wrongs that have been done for many years to anyone who has been a victim of domestic violence, whether it was a woman, man, or child, that's something that, of course, comes from my background. I don't like people being bullied or being forced to do things. While Johnny Depp said that the op-ed didn't name him, he said that it clearly said that they had a relationship. Depp took the stand for the second day in his defamation trial against Amber Heard on Wednesday, and he talked about how angry he and his ex-wife were during their marriage. Hollywood's shakiest marriage is about to get even worse. The court case isn't over yet, but the couple will most likely talk more about what happened. Keep an eye out for daily updates on these two. Don't forget to like the video and follow the channel. Do check out some of our other videos, and we'll be back with more news shortly.